I wanted to just give you a message today about redefining what self-care looks like for you. I feel like, in our society, there's so many definitions that are created by other people. And we sometimes fall into that mold. Like if someone says, self-care should look like this. Hey, welcome to another video. Welcome to the Bajo channel. We're coming from Costa Rica today. So, I wanted to talk today in my uniquely odd settings. I'm literally in the middle of the rainforest. That's why you hear the rain. That's not a sound effect or anything like that. That's actually is raining. But it's actually beautiful. But I wanted to just give you a message today about redefining what self-care looks like for you. I feel like, in our society, there's so many definitions that are created by other people. And we sometimes fall into that mold. Like if someone says, self-care should look like this, or self-care should look like that, we somehow start to try to fit into the mold of what they created. And what that does is you totally eliminate your voice and you totally mute your own voice and the thoughts that's going on inside of you in order to fit into somebody else's mold, which is so dangerous in my opinion. And I say it's so dangerous because God has given you like a sense of direction within you. And because there's so many voices around you that's so loud and drowning out that voice, we have a tendency to kind of abandon the directions that we're being led in. Self-care is so vast. And I say it's vast because it's so multidimensional in the terms of like physical self-care, mental self-care, emotional self-care, spiritual self-care. It's just so many different layers that you can't even begin to, to start to get into. But what I will say is you have to learn how to become self-aware. And that's something, I'm celebrating my 50th birthday this month. And that's something that I can honestly say it has taken me my entire, I can say that it has taken me my entire life. Literally my entire life to grapple and to trying to get some sort of a hold of, because I was always looking to please somebody in my life. It has never been a point in my life other than now I can honestly say that I'm not looking to please someone, right? If you live your life constantly trying to measure up to other people's standards, you never really quite understand or tap into what it is that you want or what your body is telling you. A lot of things I feel that we do and a lot of things that we fall into is because that we have abandoned our own personal journey, and we don't trust ourselves enough, or we don't trust that voice within us enough to silence everything else that's around us. And I just wanted to encourage you today, like, stop trying to fit into somebody else's mold. Their mold is their own creation. An interesting fun fact, a lot of times people create certain molds that they themselves haven't even fit in. They can't fit in. So they're creating this abstract model that they haven't even fit within themselves. And so resist the urge to be something that is not resonating within you. If it's not resonating within you, abandon it. Leave it alone. Because when you try to be on somebody else's track, you actually miss your own track. And I know for myself, right? In every stage of my life, I've always had this nervous anxiety of wanting to be the best that I can be and being afraid that I'm not ever reaching it. And as I'm getting older and more mature, I'm starting to see that it's only because I've had expectations that other people have created for me. I had to, you and I, have to tap into that voice inside of us, that God voice, that divinity that God gives to all of us to lead us on our next path or in our next direction. And a lot of us, and I know myself, and I know a lot of you too, we get the anxiety and the overwhelming feeling and sensations in our body because we want to see the entire plan. But God doesn't work like that. He will give you what you need for your next season. He'll give it to you. But you have to be aware, self-aware enough to even receive the instructions as they come. A lot of times we're light years ahead of God's plan because we're tapped out of his plan and we're into our own. We're into whatever is trending or whatever someone else says is cool. But we do ourselves a disservice because you find yourself down the road in your life and you look back and say, why didn't I do that when that came up? Or why didn't I do this? All because, one, we didn't trust ourselves. Two, we haven't been really self-aware. We've been busy moving, but not moving to our own rhythm, not moving to the beat of our own drum. We're moving to the beat of somebody else's drum. And you know, it's interesting, right? Because I've been here in Costa Rica now for about 5 days now. And just sitting in this atmosphere, I've had an opportunity to just kind of listen and hear my own thoughts and kind of understand that it's okay for me to be different. It's no one that I'm trying to be like, or it's no one that I'm trying to keep up with or compete with. What's inside of me is my task. We all had so many promptings in our body and in our mind to go this way or go that way. But a lot of times we just don't zone in to those directives. And we're zoned out. We're focused on everybody else's life. And what our mother had told us and what our father had told us and what our friends are doing and what's cool or whatever the case may be. But, you know, I am reminded of one of my psychology professors a few years back, and he always used to say, a lot of things that we do and a lot of things that we're chasing doesn't even make sense in the grand scheme of things. We're so busy looking at things from this close-up view. Like we're so closed in and we're in our everyday life that we never take a step back to take a bird's eye view and look at the grand, larger picture of what all of this means. You working every day, you're trying to do your family, you're trying to do this, do that, whatever, but just take a step back and look at the grand scheme. Every single thing, where is this going? What is the meaning of all of what I'm doing? And I say all of that not to digress, but to help you to understand that your self-care journey, you got to look at it, the grand scheme of things, not this moment, not, oh, I'm just trying to lose a couple of pounds, or no, I'm just trying to, um, I'm just trying to heal from something that I'm going through, or whatever the case may be. And those things are important. But when you look at the larger scheme of it, it's about your entire life, living and putting yourself in a place that you are experiencing a higher quality of life. It's not about all of the things that you can acquire in life. It's the quality of your life, your friendships, the peace that's inside of you, your relationship with God, your relationship with your children, your family. All of these things, it's like a larger picture. And at the end of the day, where will I end up? You know, we all are growing older, right? And what does that look like for you? No one really understands and nobody really knows. But what I do know 100%, and this has always been my theories and how I rationalize and put things together. I always know that no matter what stage of my life I'm in, God has always given me direction. Whether I listen to it or not is a whole nother story, but he has always given me direction. And as I listen to that direction, I always find myself in a place of peace and calm. And no matter what my future brings, or no matter where I'm going, I just want to be where he wants me to be, right? Wherever your self-care journey, whatever you have in mind for your self-care journey, make sure that it's aligning with what God wants for you. And in order to do that, you have to sometimes quiet yourself down, quiet the noise around, come away from watching everybody's social media feeds, or just watching television shows that just doesn't nurture you. Sometimes you got to be in a season of nurturing. You got to sit and you got to let whatever it is that you need to nurture you. And you have to cut off those things that does not nurture you. You had to. It's a part that is, I mean, and that's integral for your self-care journey. And so I say all of that to say, to come back all the way around to this point, is that make sure that your self-care journey is that which you have defined, and not you trying to follow the trends of other people, because it'll end up somewhere that you didn't really, you put on all this energy and you put in all this effort, and where are you? You're not even where you want to be. And one of the worst things that you could do is to travel a journey or travel a road, and you don't have any type of destination of where you want to go or what it may look like. And so, and I say this not to contradict myself, but we don't necessarily have to figure it all out, but you have to align yourself with what God wants for you. Self-care is very big for me. It's a big part of my life. I eat, breathe, and sleep it. Whether I'm doing the right thing or I'm not, I'm always cognizant of my self-care journey. But what I've learned is that if I align myself with God, right, he will show me what way to go. I can release this anxiety. I can release this overwhelming sensations that go through my body on a regular basis, because I'm trying to figure it all out. I don't have to figure it all out. I have to align myself with him and his purposes for me. And once I do that, doors start, I always say doors open, but a lot of times the doors that we need are not even there yet. But when you align yourself with God, God creates the door. A lot of the doors that we're looking to go through, they're not even our doors. Our doors may not even exist yet. But the type of God that we have, he creates what you need for you. That's your door. That's not a door that everybody's going in. It's your door. It's so many times in my life that I did not understand or even know how I was going to do certain things in my life, or how I was going to come through certain situations. But I promise you, like clockwork, he made a door. He he made a door for me that it wasn't there. Not even open the door. Exactly, the door was shut. The door wasn't there. But he made that door, and that's what I know 100%. I go, how I theorize is, if God had been faithful to me my entire life, I trust him. His track record, his credit is good with me. So even moving forward into another area of my life that's unknown, I trust him. And I know that whatever I need, if I don't see it now in my purview, that he will create that for me, for you. He's a customizing God. Like, he customized things for you. You're looking at, say, well, I get it like this. Well, I had it like this. Will this door open for me like that? With them, it might not do. It may be something completely different. You can't put him in a box. My self-care journey, your self-care journey, is unique to anything else you've ever seen. That's what I'm trying to say. And because it doesn't look like other people's, it's okay. That may mean you're on a really great track. It doesn't have to look like anybody else's. It really doesn't. And once you get comfortable with that, easy breezy peasy. Life has ups, downs. You can't even appreciate joy and happiness if you don't have any type of struggle or some type of obstacles in your way. That's life. You learn like, oh, okay, what can I learn from this? What is the lesson that I need to learn in this? Instead of like fretting, what's this about? And I just thank God for just everything. Like I said, I'm here. I'm celebrating my 50th birthday, and I think about, I'm like, 50 years. My God, 50 years. I'm speechless, but I'm grateful, and I'm happy that he's allowed me to this point in my life. And I say, God, now I gotta hold on. I gotta hold on. And what I do know in terms of my self-care journey, that the effort that it took me to get to this place, it won't be the same effort that it takes me to get to the next place. It has to be different. And I'm trusting God, show me what I need to do. But I thank you for listening to this video. Look how beautiful this place is. My God. I mean, my God. I got 3 more days here, so I'm going to sit back and I'm going to enjoy the ride. And I just appreciate you listening, tuning in. And I hope that anything that I say would just resonate with you. It's not about me. It's not about views. It's not about none of it. It's just, if you could receive what I'm saying and just apply it to your life, and don't worry about what nobody else is saying, looking at you, whatever. Just do what you do. Let your light radiate in this world by focusing on where you need to be, not anybody else's. You're not racing against anybody else at all. You really don't. You're really not. Even though you may not know it, but you're really not. But I thank you for listening. This is the Bajo channel. It's the home of self-care, beauty, wellness, and any and everything that'll help you to become the most empowered version of you. And remember, self-care, it is the best care. Later.